I'm Max Sterling, welcome to LarpGasm, and this is going to be a Maker's Challenge video. Since it's the holiday season, I've decided that I'm going to issue a challenge to anyone who chooses to accept. I know that there's a few of you out there that have been asking for this, so hopefully you enjoy it. In the spirit of Yule, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever it is that you celebrate, or if you don't celebrate anything at all, I challenge you to build a rustic ornament of some sort. Now this can be just a Christmas tree ornament, it can be something that you hang that's decorative, it can be a tree topper, it can be really anything. But we want to shoot for something period appropriate and rustic in nature. I know there's a lot of things out there. I mean, there's Krampus, there's Santa, and all other various things out there that you can go with this. And like I said, if you're not into the holidays at all, I mean, put yourself together a Blair Witch, thing, and or something using twigs, whatever you want to do. That's the point. Just some sort of small ornamental object, that perhaps represents the winter season for you or the holidays. Like I said, however you celebrate it. The medium is whatever you want it to be, but I'd like for it to be period items. I mean, if you're going rustic and you're using just wood, twine, things like that, it should not be an issue. Glitter, probably not so much. I guess if you have to use glue of some sort to hold things together, but I'd like to try to keep this as period as possible, to the Middle Ages, or slightly thereafter, depending on whenever your version of the holiday came into play. So hopefully I see a lot of creativity. Make whatever you want. This is pretty open, and go and post your results, and be sure to tag the Maker's Challenge in it, so that all the videos can be watched and we can see what everyone comes up with. Now, how is this LARP related? Well, these little items that you make, they're something that'd be great to decorate your cabin. If it's something sturdy enough, you could carry it on your person. Or if you do some sort of holiday festival at your LARP, well, this would be a great time to take something like this in and either exchange it for another gift or give it to someone, or even just hang in your house or whatever you want to do with it. Mine will probably end up on my tree, but you can do whatever you see fit with it when we're done. But let's go ahead and get started. So I'm just out here visiting some friends and family, and thought it would be a good place to try to find some powerful items to make my project here. So I thought I'd just sort of walk around and sort of see what calls to me here. And I'm going to need quite a few pieces for this project. Now, you may not go out and pick the items that you need from nature. However, that's what I'm doing, and it's a pretty peaceful area here, and I just thought that it might be someplace interesting for me to find what I need to create this and do it properly. So I'm going to take a walk here, but like I said, you can gather your items from wherever you choose to, and let's see what we can find. So let's go ahead and get started here. And we'll start with some of these long, sort of straight twigs that I found. I'm going to start bending them into a circular shape. Now, if you want to make this easier on yourself, and depending on the type of wood, you can soak this and get it wet if you're afraid it's going to break. If it seems pretty pliable, then you might be able to just do it dry. It's up to you. But once you can get them into a circular shape, I mean, that's what I'm shooting for, is a circle. And we're going to want to secure that. You can use bits of suede or leather, or you can use some jute or twine or whatever you have. We'll see what looks best, but let me go ahead and make some of these circles first, and then I'll show you where we're going to go after that. So I hope you enjoyed this little Maker's Challenge. I'm pretty happy with the product I produced. So I have my little Yule decoration. I decided to go fairly traditional with it, and you know, something that I can hang on my wall or on my tree or use as a topper, you know, or whatever I want to do with it. However, this isn't really the project I was working on. What I was looking for when I was in the woods was actually this little fellow. So this little guy really spoke to me when I was out there. So that's actually who I was working on. And he stands. And you know, I gave him a little holiday appropriate hat. And of course, you know, a belt. So this is actually who we were looking for out there. And this little helper here was my project. So this is something that I'm actually very happy to have, and something that I'll definitely display this holiday season. This also, you know, will be displayed, but you know, I wanted to show a couple of different projects you can make, but this here really is what we're working on. I believe that this is a sand cherry wood, and you know, I found it was like that originally, but you know, it was just really speaking to me when I was out there. So wanted to come home and be a part of the family, so now it is. And I think it'll bring good luck and holiday cheer this season. So I'm excited to see what it is that you create. You know, like I said, this is really sort of whatever you want to do. However you celebrate the holidays, whatever you want to call it, go ahead and make something hopefully related to that. But if something else moves you, then do that as well. As long as it's in the spirit of the holiday season, whether that be winter, Yule, Christmas, however you want to say it, make yourself a rustic, traditional project. And go ahead and post these videos and let's see what we got. I'm thinking I'm going to get a pretty good variation. I'm hoping at least one person tries to make a bell. I don't think that they'd be very hard to make, but I decided to do something a little bit different to get this kicked off. But like I said, do whatever you want, and I'm excited to see it. I challenge every LARPer that's on YouTube that has a channel. If you do projects, I'd like for you to go ahead and join in on this and get in on the holiday spirit. And you have basically until, you know, we'll call it December 25th to get your video posted, but obviously the sooner the better, because I'd like to take a look at all of them. You know, and it's a challenge for us all to build and do something that we can be proud of and share with one another our skills. So feel free to build one or more items, and I think you understand the rules. Hopefully some folks in different countries will become involved, because I know that there's a lot of culture that's a lot different than from where I'm at, and I'm excited to see some of those traditional cultural projects that may come up from this. And you know, if you celebrate in a different way than a lot of people, I don't know, Festivus or something, maybe you'll have something really amazing and interesting for us to look at. But let's see what we can do with it. If you like this video, click like. As always, subscribe, share with everyone that you know, and be sure to tell your friends about my channel. And for everyone attempting the challenge, just make sure that you tag it so that we all know that you're in on it. And in case I don't get a chance to talk to you before then, happy holidays to everyone, and adventure on.